You good? All right. All right, it's been a whirlwind, however many hours it's been, but going into the bye, a lot of positive things from the tape, like we talked about last night. A lot of things to work on, which is great. So just it's a good position to be in. You're figuring out ways to win games, and you also feel like you had a lot of room to grow as well. So that's but the importance of this week is we get some rest, we regroup, get a great feel for the things that we're doing well, things we need to improve on, and then have a great plan of attack going into next week.
How do you approach self-scouting and the bye week differently maybe this year than you did your first year?
I think we have a better idea of just how we do things and who we are. So really, to me, it's a function of where we need to go. How can we go into focus on some certain things, what we're asking the guys to do, who's doing it, all those things. So I don't think we need to be, searching for, we don't need to be reinventing the wheel. But I think there's things that we need to attack as well.
You had a chance to go back and watch the film. The end of the first half, you guys had 3 timeouts inside a minute to go, and 20 seconds melted off the clock for you as your first timeout. How did you feel about the way that entire sequence played out? And
not good. Yeah, we want to end the half of the ball. So they had 3 timeouts. They were getting the ball at the half. So you want to not let them double up, and we let them double up.
Mike, it'll be this week is a year since the trade for Just what can you say about what he's meant to the defense over the last year?
I don't think I can say anything that you guys haven't seen. I mean, you need someone in the middle of your defense to be an anchor and to patrol the middle of the paint and make plays in the run of the pass game, and he's doing that. And then you add his mentality and his toughness and leadership. It's been a difference for us.
How is the way your front has been playing the run set the tone for how well the defense is ultimately playing as a whole?
Well, you're right with the run or with the front. It's also second-level guys and third-level guys. So I think we're playing team defense when it comes to the run game. Our coaches are doing a good job of coming up with good, solid game plans on the front end of the week, and then as the game declares, coming up with answers on how we want to play things. So it's a team effort. But the guys up front, they're playing at a high level right now. They're doing a great job.
The guys on the back end in that regard, in terms of limiting the explosives in the run game, how have you guys been able to do that given the musical chairs you're playing back there in the second game?
Well, it's when you're in shell, those guys are making like alley type tackles or third level type tackles. To your point, limit explosives. We've missed some of those tackles, throughout the year, and guys have made a concentrated effort on improving their technique and getting guys on the ground when they need to, making fast reads, getting in the alley, taking the proper leverage on the ball is huge. It's just a function of reps and how you practice. I mean, you can go out there and just do all the plays and whatever and not have the right intent, and then you're not stacking the things the right way. So I think our guys are stacking those plays so they can see progress, so they can end up making the plays when it counts.
There's been a couple of substitution issues on defense the last couple of weeks that have cost you guys some timeouts. Is there a process issue there you guys have identified?
I just need to see the personnel better.
Last night when Darnold got slammed down on the sideline, when Gray's able shows up on the scene first, how much do you as a coach appreciate that, his teammates appreciate that?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's everything we want to be right there is in that play. Smart, not getting a penalty, having your teammates back. Tough. Awesome.
I'm guessing you showed that to the team?
Guys are off today, so no, not yet. Yeah.
What is that a play you'll send to the NFL and say, what's up with this, and why not more of a penalty on that play, like perhaps an ejection?
Which play are you talking about?
When Darnold got slammed on the sideline.
Probably just leave the plays that we're going to turn in, just leave that kind of with us. But I'm glad they called the penalty,
You mentioned a little bit the
adding the segments to practice after the Tampa Bay game a little bit. Was it just the Tampa Bay game that was kind of the impetus for that, or is that something you kind of felt like would be good overall? Or?
Did I say it was after? Did I say that?
I thought you said a couple weeks ago.
Okay, I'm not sure when we started that. I think you might be right. Yeah, it's kind of how we roll. So, hey, there's something that we want to improve on. Okay, well, what part of our process can we tweak to get better? You know, like and improve in those areas. So I feel like that's part of my responsibility is to get our team ready to play and to be ready for those situations. So, if we're not doing it correctly on our end, then how do we? Who's ultimately really responsible? So that was the thought behind it.
Was that when you ramped up the challenge processes?
Yeah, just try to come up with new ways to put ourselves in those situations more frequently. So it's hard to simulate like, now it's fourth down or now it's sudden change. It's hard to do that throughout the week, but guys have done a good job with it.
How much Nick Emmanwori seems to just be kind of your Nickelback right now. How much has that helped just the way he's emerged these last couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's helped a lot. Darren Kendrick went in there and played good football for us, but Nick's shown that he's an every down nickel and can play and helps us. So we're great on the perimeter. In the blitz game, I think he's still improving. Did some good things last night. He's been great in man situations and is. In our coverages as well. He's been disciplined. He's looking at the right stuff. He's working at it every day. Matters to him. So he's been an asset for us, and he's going to keep getting better. I mean, just if he keeps the attitude he has, he's gonna keep improving, which is awesome.
Did you know all along with Nick that you'd be able to play him this much, just like as your primary nickel guy, regardless of what the offense is throwing out there personnel wise?
Well, that was a big part of our vision for him. Yeah.
Has that been because Witherspoon's been hurt, or Witherspoon's earned that nickel reps or both?
Well, that's something we got to figure out. Is, how to play our guys, which is a good problem to have. Yep.
And if him, the alley tackling in particular, is that maybe one of his best of many attributes?
Yeah, it's if they can't run the ball up the middle, they throw it outside, and you need to have answers for that as well. So, but he's a sure. You saw that in his college tape. Look, he can still. I'll tell him he still can get better. He can be more decisive. And it's going to be hard to block this. It should be really hard to block him out in space.
You guys spent some time this offseason on special projects on the coaching staff. You're 7 weeks in. Are you seeing fruit from some of those? Anyone that you want to shout out for work that was done there?
Shout out the whole coaching staff. I can't think of anything right now. I'll tell you what, our coaches are just like our team right now. That we're connected. We're determined. Positive. Our guys are working tirelessly to sometimes too tirelessly. We got to kick them out of here sometimes, but they're just team first all the way and trying to help our players the best they can, and that's really all you can ask for from my perspective.
Mike, what's the key not being blocked in space? Awareness, physicality?
All the above. Yep. What's your leverage? Playing your leverage. Sometimes you got to make blocker ball decisions, just like you do on like kickoff team. But yeah, you got to be violent. The number one thing is you have to be violent out there. You can't be just walking off blocks. Receivers and tight ends in this league are too good.
You guys had a 4th and 1 at the Houston 44. I was curious if your model was telling you to punt there, or what the thinking was behind punting.
The model was extremely low there. Yep.
What aspects of your run game do you feel like you're getting the desired results out of, and which?
Yeah, I going back and looking at it, I thought we took strides yesterday. I thought the guys played really hard. I think both Canine and Sharps had good performances, running decisively, and there'll be more. I mean, there's opportunities there for even more explosive yards, and it's just going to come with more details. Yeah, I mean, I think we're figuring out what we do well, which is a positive, and coaches are working well together. And we're not there yet. We're not there yet, but it's positive. I think we're going in the right direction.
Today, I think you said that outside zone, like those should still work against loaded boxes. Why is that so?
Well, the keeper game should hold a guy on the backside. Yeah.
Sam's touchdown throw to I said, the way he stood in with the blitz coming out, the pressure coming out, what does that tell you about him as a quarterback?
Yeah, well, we know he's tough, but when he does that, he shows he's tough. I think our guys respect him for it, and I think he shows like he has a lot of faith in our receivers as well. That that trust the timing of the play, trust where they're supposed to be, when they're supposed to be there, and you got to be able to make those plays, to put points on the board. So I mean that was a heck of a throw and catch on Jackson's touchdown.
And then mentality-wise for him, after the fumble in the end zone, the next play for him was a throw down the sideline to Jay said where he dropped it in. I mean,
Yep.
How important for a quarterback is that, just be able to get right back and make a throw like that?
Yeah, well, it's incredibly important. I mean, I'm not the one talking to Sam like between each drive, and our coaches do a great job talking to him. But like he's unflappable back there. He's probably just upset as anybody about turning the ball over or not making a throw, but like we know he's going to go back out and make plays. Like we weren't worried about it one bit.
Are you getting closer to a Riley Mills timetable, or maybe open a practice window?
Yeah, I think we're looking at probably like let's get a timetable here. I don't know. Within a month to 6 weeks, we should know what's going on.
What did you the penalties last night? Did you see any kind of rhyme or theme to some of those? Or like?
Honestly, I haven't gone through them all yet. It's just being completely honest. It's a lot of them, though. Sorry, Mike.
Given how short-lived it was in week 1, are you looking forward to having your defense at full strength coming out of the bye?
Yeah. I'm really. We get excited about all our guys, but yeah, of course. I mean, I'd be more excited about continuity. Having the same crew out there all the time. I think that's really important. I think that's one of the things you've seen, even over the last 3 weeks, without Spoon and Julian, of having like Tyakata stacking those reps. Drake playing next to each other like that. Nick getting used to hearing the calls from Kobe and Ernest and working with the corner. So, but I mean, you got to play the hand that you're dealt as well, and the guys that have been able to step in, are working to make sure that chemistry stays alive when we're out there.
You mentioned Ty stacking the reps the way that he's been able to here the last few weeks. Everything you ask your safeties to do, how have you seen him grow with having to move him all over the formation and just everything that you
talking about Ty or the safeties in general?
How have you seen him grow since you got here?
Yeah, I think Ty's such a conscientious guy, and like he wants to be right. So taking the pressure off him, just making the call, go play ball, make the play you're supposed to make. The plays will come to you. Be a decisive communicator, and then let's rock and roll. But like you don't have to be everywhere all at once. You don't have to make every play. I mean, the ball finds energy. You'll make the plays you're supposed to make. Just go do all the stuff that you do and you're trained to do, and that's what he's starting to do.
How is Drake Young?
Not sure.
Mike, JSN's awareness, he gets the penalty, dunking, and then the whole incident on the team bench.
Yeah.
And he's got the awareness not to do anything.
Yeah.
Can you just speak to that?
Yeah, that was a dangerous play, man. They we're really fortunate that he's all right, and you're right. That was a really assertive play, really unselfish play by Jax, but trying to tackle the guy that had the ball and then not retaliating, because if you retaliated, normally that's the guy that gets the penalty. So that was a very smart, team first, assertive play that really helped us win the game because we needed him down the stretch.
How did you think Reek played last night?
Who's that? Just like I said last night, solid game. There's some things we can clean up, but he played hard. Was in the right spot. The plays down the field thought really helped us, and there's some technique things we'll get cleaned up, but definitely indicative of the week of practice he had and something to build off of.
Any chance that we can see Christian Haynes or Jonathan Hankins back after the bye, at least practicing?
Not Hank, but Christian we'll see. Yeah.
How does Ernest's leadership show up off the field, whether it's in the locker room or
I think it's just like a steadiness to him. and there's a passion. Like he wants how we play on defense is important to him, and the guys feel that, like where there's a sense of urgency about what we do, and just like we said from day one, like a walkthrough rep out on here on Wednesday is incredibly important to him. A walkthrough rep on Saturday is really important to him, and if we have that mentality defensively every time we take the field, you got a chance to uphold the standard all the time, and that's the attitude that he brings every day.
Did continuity play a role in the decision not to play Julian Love and Devin Witherspoon this week?
No. If they could have gone, they would have gone.
Crossbar dunk, is that cost of doing business, or you don't want to see that?
Because J-My made the kick.
With Drake, what were some of the analytic stuff that the scouting department was seeing with him?
It was a minute ago, but it was like tackle rate. They had like expected tackle something. It was positive. I don't know. Something to do with tackles.
Are you expecting Robbie Oots back after the bye as well?
Oots is looking like he's going to be back, yeah.
How'd you guys make it out of the game last night, injury-wise?
We're still working through it, I mean, there's some guys getting imaged today, kind of par for the course. If I told you anything right now, it'd just be premature.
With Oots, you mean back to practice or to play, or both?
Let's walk before we run here, but yeah, there's a shot of him coming back, I guess is my point.
What impact do you think that can have on your run game having Robbie back?
Well, it'll help. And I think Brady's done a great job going in there and playing. Made some big blocks for us yesterday. I mean, the Sharps' second touchdown was a look that we hadn't gotten from that formation, and be able to him and AJ play off one another off that end, taking the C gap was a heck of a play. Just a heads up, good football play overall. So I mean, there's plenty of reps like that Brady's done, but Robbie's also a great player. He's a great fullback, and it'll definitely help what we're trying to do.
7 weeks in, what's your general sense for where the offensive line is at? You guys have obviously had the continuity with everybody starting.
I think we're improving. Tell you what, the guys are working really hard. We're not there yet, just like our football team, but they play hard. They finish plays. There's some details that we gotta attack here and we get cleaned up, but I mean, that's always going to be the case. Yeah.
It's probably be a better question after you get the self-scout, but for now, third down on offense, what's going on?
If I gave you like one or two things, I'd just be telling you. From my just point of view, like big picture right now, I think it's a combination of things. I think we are protecting the quarterback well. I honestly don't know. I don't know. The last two teams we played did a great job on third down. We haven't had a lot of places to go with the ball when we wanted to go there in the last two games. We've been close. We've had a couple checkdowns that have fallen, a yard or two short. So I think it might be skewing the numbers a little bit, but hopefully I'll have a better answer for you when we get back.
Anything else? Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good week.